we'll do a bit of movement.
Okay, movement started. Go for it.
Okay, I'm just going to put you up here because otherwise you can't see me properly. My room's not big enough to have it all in one. All right, let's try that. Okay, so I'm actually going to go through 2 different styles of digestive moves. So one style is a hatha style of yoga, and this is one that I've learnt through my Satyananda days. Well, not when they're finished, but when I did Satyananda hatha. And this is a practice of 5 moves that were traditionally done in an ashram to help move the digestion. And it's all about getting the digestion moving. And these 5 moves are repeated usually 5 to 10 times each, and then that whole set of 5 is repeated 3 times. And in an ashram, they do it drinking salt water in between, warm salt water in between to fill the intestines, and then through these moves, squeeze it open, and then it starts to come out. We're not going to do that, but it is a possibility. And I'm not going to go through how to go about that. If anyone's actually interested in that, they can contact me separately. But for now, we just do the moves, which are also really good to do. So we'll start off with our feet hip width distance. So this is the first move. Interlace our hands, pop them on the top of your head. Take an inhale, and then exhale and sink down into the feet. So feel grounded. Then on the next inhale, we're going to stretch up onto the toes. You can't see me there. Stretch up onto the toes and press the palms away from you as you breathe in. So filling the belly up. And then exhale, lower back down, heels down, and palms, back of palms on the top of the head. And try to synchronize this with breath and the movement. So breathe in and come up on the toes. Hold it if you can, stretching up really long. Holding the breath, and then slowly lower down. Heels come down at the same time as the hands come down to the head. And then inhaling up. Stretching really full and tall. And then exhaling back down. And then inhaling up, one more. And exhaling down. And then take the feet a little bit wider. Inhale the arms up, but keep the heels down this time. So this is the second move. Stretch up really long, inhale, and then exhale, come into a side bend. Try to press the palms away and keep the arms straight. So we're interlacing our fingers like this. Yeah, that's it, palms away. Try to stay really lateral. Then inhale up and exhale down. So imagine you're flat. You're not curving over, staying really open and flat. That's great. Inhale up and then exhale other side. Breathe out through the mouth. Inhale up and then exhale. And then a little bit faster if it's okay for you. Exhaling each side. Just as fast as you feel comfortable. Feel that stretch right through the side of the body. This should start to feel really good, especially in spring, when we really need this move, as you said earlier. And then come up to centre. Nid wants to keep going. And then let the hands come down. Relax them by the sides. And now we're going to come into a twist. So inhale, we'll do it slowly to start with, and exhale, twist around to the side, bring one arm to the shoulder, and the other arm wrap it around your hips, and turn to look behind you as far as you can, and follow with your eyes right around as far as you can. And then inhale, come back to the centre, let the arms go and switch. So we do this slowly and controlled. Look right around as far as you can with the eyes, because the eyes are liver. And with twists, we want to look with the eyes. And then inhale, centre, and exhale. So do that slowly, a couple of times each way. And you can continue to do it really slowly if you wish, if that feels right. Or you can start to make it a bit more flowing, free form. If you want to make it a bit more free flowing, need to lift up the opposite heel so that the knees aren't twisting. And then you can let the arms flop. So either version is fine, just depends on what you feel like doing. It might be more appropriate for you to hold it, or you might feel like really just letting yourself go loose. And then come back to the middle. Slowly, doesn't have to be straight away. That's it. And now we're going to do a digestive cobra. So come up only as high as you comfortably can. We haven't done much in the way of warming up the back, so you don't have to come very high, just feel what's right. So come down onto your mat, onto the floor. Thanks, Anita. Come onto your belly and place the hands under the shoulders. Tuck the toes under and have them fairly wide, nearly as wide as the mat. And then what we're going to do is inhale up, hold the breath if you can, and turn to look over to the opposite heel. And if you can still, hi Jenny, you can still keep holding, turn to look at the other heel. Then come back to center, and then exhale down. So if it's comfortable, you want to hold the breath the whole time. So inhale up, only as far as it's comfortable, doesn't have to be really high. And then twist around one direction, then the other direction, and then come back down. And again, look with the eyes, follow the eyes right around. And inhale up. Try not to put too much pressure into the hands. So use the back muscles as much as you can. And then exhale down. And again, and by twisting with the full belly, we're really putting pressure on the intestines in a way that helps them to move things along. We're also lying on our belly and stretching our belly, which again helps us with the digestion. And back down. And one more. Inhale up. Hold and twist. And twist. And exhale down. And then when you come back down, come back, lift up onto your knees. And then we're going to come into a squat. So if you can sit either on your toes or on your heels, or you can put a cushion or something under your feet if you need to support you. Or even you can even do this on a bolster, sitting on a bolster if you don't have the openness or the flexibility. So choose which is right for you. So in this pose, just start with opening up the knees, because we haven't done much. We've been sitting, so just let the knees open. So press the hands together and press them downwards so that we're extending out into the knees to start to open up the hips. And then I'll show you, while you're sitting there opening out your hips, I'll just show you how the move goes. So we put our hands on our knees, and this is where we might need a bit of balance. You might want to come onto your toes. So exhale, and place one knee down towards the other foot on the ground. Then we inhale, and twist around with the full belly to look right behind us as far as we can. And then we come to the center, exhaling, and then inhale, come into the twist. And you can feel the pressure on the belly with squeezing with the leg. And then exhale, center, and then inhale, right around, exhale, center, and inhale. And if this feels really uncomfortable, you can reverse it so you're exhaling into the twist. But the full pose is to do it with the full belly as you twist into it, squeezing the knee, the thigh into the belly. So you can imagine if you're in an ashram and you've just drunk all the salt water, this is going to start moving through. So I explained before, Jenny, this is a series of moves that is done in Satyananda Hatha Yoga. And they traditionally do it in an ashram where they drink salt water between each of the 5 moves, and then they keep doing the 5 moves. And then the salt water, because it's salty, doesn't get absorbed into the body, it just starts to come out and clears out the body. It's a very safe and gentle way of clearing out the digestive system, which helps us to feel mentally clear and clears out our emotions. But we're just doing the moves because the moves by themselves are also very good for the digestion. And then come back to center. So those 5 moves can be done in a cycle. So 3 times, and then you can do them quite quickly. So we could do them again, or we could move on. Do you feel like a bit of fast movement? Or would you rather move on to the yoga therapy moves, the digestion? Any votes? 2? Move on?
We have time to do them again.
You think?
We've got 23 minutes, 20 minutes.
Can we do the digestion stuff?
It's all digestion.
Oh, okay.
We'll do it once more fast, because it won't take long, right, to get through them fast, and you'll get more of a feeling for it. But just be mindful that we haven't done a lot of warming up, and particularly with the cobra, the digestive cobra, don't come up too high if it crunches your back. All right, let's go through them once more, and we'll move a bit faster. So feet are hip width distance, interlace the fingers, and put them on the top of the head. Exhale, and then inhale, come up onto the toes, press the palms up. Hold the breath in, and then exhale down. So do this 10 times on your own. Really pressing the fingers away, the palms away. And as you come up, try and balance. As you come down, see if you can get the heels down and the tops of the hands on the head at the same time. So we're stretching through the whole abdomen. Whoa. And one more. And then when you come down from this one, widen the feet out a bit. We're going to come to a side stretch. Inhale, press the palms up again, and then exhale, come into the side stretch. And you can make this a bit faster. Try to keep the arms straight and the palms pressing away from you. So have your palms pressing outwards. Can't quite see your hands, Jenny, if they're pressing away. You got your hands. Can you show me your hands? Yeah, that's it, great. And then just try to straighten the arms. And you might start to find that you can go further onto your side, deepening the stretch. And then come back to center. We'll let the arms go. And then we'll come to the spin. So have the feet quite wide. And again, you can do it slowly if you want, just holding and twisting and looking right round behind you. Or you can start to make it faster. So if you're feeling warm enough, you can just go straight into the spin. But make sure you lift the opposite heel. So you're not twisting the knee, that's it. Because it's not about the legs twisting it so much, it's about the spine twisting. And then come back to stillness. And then come down for the digestive cobras. So hands on the shoulders, tuck toes about mat width distance apart. Inhale up, and then hold the breath in if you can, while you look around the opposite heel each side. And then exhale down. And do that 5 times. When you've done 5, bring yourself up into the squat. Hands on the knees like a frog. Exhale, drop the knee down to the other foot. And then inhale and come into the twist. Do this 5 times each side. So exhaling to center and inhaling as you twist. And pressing that upright knee into the belly. So the knee that's up, try and press it into the belly. Yeah, that's it. Give it a good squeeze while the breath's in, so the belly's full. Then come back to center. We've done about 5. We'll just stop here for a little sec. So that's that sequence. So you can do that with or without salt water. And up to 3 times. So you can do that for the 3rd time. So it's a great way to get the digestion moving, particularly first thing in the morning. And now we're going to do some Japanese meridian-based yoga for digestion. So the first one is to come onto the knees. So this is small intestine. So if you get a lot of tension and pain around the shoulder blades, around here in the upper back, this is often small intestine that needs balancing. And this move, so small intestine is about burning out the fire. So this one can be quite full on. So just take it as you need to. What we do is you inhale, come up. I'll just demonstrate to start if you like, if you just want to watch. So you squeeze the first finger, so in this case it's the thumb. And then exhale, come down and slap your thighs. And then inhale up, thumb again, and slap the thighs. So we do this, and you can do this, you do this each finger, and then you do the other hand. And then the number of times you want to do it depends on how much energy you've got and how much you want to burn out with fire in your small intestine. I'd say let's do 5 on each finger, but if it's feeling, and you do it quite quickly, but if it's feeling too much, just do 1, 2, or 3, and then move on. Or take it as you need it. You can stop if you need to. And what we're trying to do is get the arms up and squeeze and then come down. So we're banging out the energy. So you ready? Take a big exhale. And then inhale. Thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, missed. And then index finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Middle finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ring finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Little finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then thumb on the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Index finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Middle finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ring finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And little finger. 1. Nearly there. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then take a moment to breathe. Yeah, gets you going, doesn't it? That really burns out the energy. You like that one, did you? Yeah, me too. That's a good one if you're not digesting easily. That can be a really helpful thing. Or if you get any small intestinal bacterial overgrowth syndrome, anything like that. Oh, okay, we get to lie on our backs now. So the next one is large intestine. And for this one, there's two versions. We'll do the first version with the knees bent, hands interlaced behind the head, and the shins parallel to the floor. So knees are directly over the hips, and the shins are parallel to the floor, and you can just see the big toes over the knees. And you want to try and stay in a right angle position. So inhale here, and exhale, press the lower back into the ground and tighten the belly. So we want to feel nice and supported in the lower back. Now take another inhale and try to keep that feeling of support and flat back. And exhale, bring the knees across to the right. Now they don't have to go all the way. We want to keep the opposite shoulder on the ground. So only go as far as you can with the opposite shoulder down. Inhaling back up to center. And then exhale, go the other way. So if your shoulders are rocking off the ground, then just go a little way. And try to keep some control. Keep the knees squeezed together, the ankles squeezed together, and keep the toes back. So Jenny, just go a little way. You don't have to go all the way across. It doesn't need to be across all the way. It's more important to squeeze the knees together and just go a little way. It doesn't have to be far. And then inhale up to center and exhale each side. So in this pose, we want to start with keeping the knees squeezed, keeping the toes back, and keeping that feeling of lower back support. And then inhale to center. Now, if you feel like you've got a really strong core, and it's already doing it, then you can straighten the legs up and bring the arms out to shoulder height and do the same move, exhaling each way. But only if you can do this with keeping the lower back and the belly tucked in, and then the ankles squeezed together and the legs completely straight. Otherwise, keep them bent and focus on keeping the knees squeezed together. And right angles. So you need to move your knees away from you a little bit. Yeah, that's it. Good. Keep them squeezed. Yeah. So we don't want to go any further than we can without the opposite shoulder lifting. So ideally, our whole upper body will be relaxed. And it's just working the core and the legs. And it's really squeezing and toning the large intestine. And you also get a bit of a back adjustment too with this. And often we do get back issues, back pain, lower back pain if we have digestive issues. So this one's a good one. It fixes up digestion and also gives us a bit of chiropractic at the same time. And then come back to center. Enough of that one. Put the feet on the ground. And now we're going to come into a bridge. Yep, you're right into it, exactly. Bring the hands by the heels. You can either hold the ankles if you've got that flexibility, or you can just bring the hands flat to the floor behind the heels. Have the feet about hip width distance apart. So you've got a bit of space between the knees in this move. Inhale here and exhale. Unpeel the spine up off the ground and press the hips up. Press down through the heels and the big toes and squeeze the buttocks. And then inhale down. So this is stomach and spleen moves here. We're opening up through the front of the body, particularly the quads. Exhale up. And inhale back down. Now we'll go a little bit faster if that's okay for your back. If you don't feel like it's warm enough, then you can stay slow. Let's start to move a little bit faster if that's okay. So you might want to even start to go 1, 2 on the out breath, 3, 4. Remember to squeeze the buttocks, 5, 6. Now when you come up this time, hold it up. Try to hold the hips up, pressing down with the feet, squeezing the buttocks. Take a big in-breath here, and exhale, squeeze the knees together. Try to keep the hips lifted, but squeeze the knees. Now that's it, good. Exhale, inhale, open the knees a bit wider. And then exhale, squeeze the knees. Try to keep the hips lifted the whole time. Inhale, the knees open. And then we'll go for another 8, a bit faster. 1, so exhaling the knees together, inhaling them open. 2, 3, 4, just give it a go. 5, 6, 7, and 8. One more squeeze. Open the knees out. See if you can lift the hips a little bit higher, and then slowly come down. Let the spine come down. And that one can feel really challenging. And then let the legs go. Let yourself have a little rest here. Feeling tight across the back, Jenny?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to release that in a minute. So hug the knees to the chest now, just as you would do, and rock and roll on the spine. Go forwards and backwards. Give the spine a good massage. And then come to seated. Now, I'll show you this one. If this one doesn't feel okay for you, then you don't have to do it. We can move on. But this is a stomach meditation that's done in Meridian Yoga. And in this one, I don't know if you can see my legs very well. I should have put some white pants on, sorry. So my knees are a little bit apart, and I'm sitting between my legs, so rolling my calf muscles out, sitting down. You can see Niv's legs better than mine, actually, because she's got light. A block, yeah. You can come to sit on a block if that's better, or a cushion. So if you can't sit right down flat, you can certainly have a cushion under your bum, or a bolster, or anything that gives you the height you need to sit with your legs on each side. So it doesn't have to be bum on the ground. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, good. So we're stretching through the fronts of the legs. And now at the same time, interlace the fingers, press the palms away from you, and then bring them up overhead. Now tuck the ribs in a little bit. So rather than arching, so we're not doing this, we're trying to stay nice and straight. So chin tucked, back straight. So lower belly's in a little bit. And then this pose is held for up to 3 minutes. So between 1 and 3 minutes. And as you breathe in, you're focusing on creating length and lightness through the arms. And as you breathe out, you're focusing on downward energy, settling down into the legs. And if you like, you can close your eyes and try and keep the arms straight and the palms pressing out. And if it starts to feel really intense, that's because it's really intense. They call it a meditation, but really it's a pretty full-on movement, even though it's very still. So try to feel the lightness as you inhale in the arms and the upper body, the heaviness in the lower body as you exhale. But if the arms are feeling really intense, then you can just focus on the lower body. And if the knees are feeling really like they don't like it there, then you can focus on the arms. And if it's all feeling really intense, you can just focus on the breath. Just keep breathing. And then we'll just take one more breath here. Breathing in, breathing out, let the arms come down. And just rest the arms on the lap for a minute. Let the blood flow, circulation come back into the arms. So that's a really good one for the stomach meridian, that initial part of our digestion. If our stomach is functioning well, it helps the rest of the digestion to function well because we're already processing the food as best we can before it gets to the small intestine and the large intestine. And now, we've only got a few more minutes, so we'll have to be efficient. Spread your legs nice and wide. Now, if your hips want to roll back in this, then have your pillow. So you can sit on a pillow or a block or a bolster, anything that gets the pelvis moving, tilting forward a little bit. Have the feet out as wide as you can comfortably and the toes pointing up. And now, this stretch is good for the liver because we're opening out through the inner thighs where the liver meridian runs. Inhale the arms up, straight up, palms together or palms facing each other. Inhale, stretch really long, and then exhale, come into a side stretch, stretching the arms out. Try to keep them as straight as you can, and try to keep the chest open. And then inhale up, and then exhale the other side. And breathe out through the open mouth. And inhale up, and exhale the other side. Now follow your breath with this. So inhale when you need to, come up. Exhale into the stretch. And then finish on the second side. Come up. And then what we'll do is hold it. So come into your first side again. Lower the bottom arm down to the inside of the thigh. And the top arm, you can just let it flop a little more if you want, or you can hold your toes if you can reach them. But you want to try and keep the chest open. So you can even bring that hand around the back of the skull if you want to give your head a bit more support. So you can wrap your hand right around and just let that side start to open, but giving your head support if your neck's not feeling too happy in that pose. And then we're just breathing into the side, letting the side open. This is the gallbladder meridian. The gallbladder helps us to digest oils in our food. It's also the part of the body that tends to tighten up when we get a bit overwhelmed. Now inhale, come back up, and exhale on the other side. Holding the head if you want to, or the toe, if that's reachable at the moment. And let that side of the body open. One more breath here. And then inhale, come up. And then last move, bring the legs together. And then we're going to do a bladder move. So this is a good one to calm the nervous system down, particularly after all those twists and stretches and things. So inhale the arms up. Stretch nice and tall, and then exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Try to keep the back straight if you can, and then just let the arms come down to wherever they rest. They don't have to come anywhere in particular. So it's actually better in this pose. I'll just turn sideways. If you're doing it in a meridian fashion anyway, as opposed to restorative yoga, where you keep the back straight. So you're trying to hinge from the pelvis. It doesn't matter where your hands get to, you just let the upper body, or let the arms come to wherever they can comfortably. It's all about using the lower belly and pulling in. So we're stretching through the backs of the hamstrings, and we're getting a nice long back and a nice long neck. So that's the meridian style pose. If you want to, you can also do the restorative version. And this one, we let ourselves flop. And it's often helpful to have a bolster or a pillow, put under the knees, let the feet flop, and then let the body just flop over. And it's also good to have cushions. I don't have one right here, but a cushion under the chest to support you. And then you can have your hands on your head or on your fists, letting yourself relax into it as much as possible. If you've got a bolster or a cushion that's quite long, you can use that to really support the chest. Does that feel good? You feel relatively comfortable? Yeah? Good? Jenny, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, good. And then this pose you can hold as long as you want, really. Just letting the back of the body open out. It's particularly good to do right before bed. In fact, in bed. I often do it. I get to bed and I just sit in a forward fold. Let my nervous system calm down before I try to sleep. So that brings us to the end. If you want to just stay there, you're welcome. But otherwise, we can maybe just finish off with a little arms up. Breathing in, palms together. Bring the hands to the heart center. And thank yourself for coming and practicing, taking this time. And from me to you, thank you.
Thank you, Del.
Thank you, everybody. So hopefully I've digested
guys.
well.
Any questions?
That was lovely. I feel like I need to do that every day this week.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah, they're good. A lot of those are good moves to just start doing as an early morning routine when you first get up.
One thing to say that I was always taught from a traditional Chinese medicine perspective is that it's called the triple warmer, which is like the center of the core. And what you want to be doing is that reaching up is that it's really important that the palms press out and you're active pressing through your palm like you're pushing it against a wall, because that helps you then when you reach up. You don't want to lock out the elbows, but you really want to reach through the heel of the palm and have the palms active, because that actually helps connect into the abdomen. And then all that reaching up and all of the stretching, it's all about opening triple warmer, which is getting the fire in the 3 parts of the abdomen all working together so that you start getting all your digestion working together. So it's great to do it in the morning just so that you've really woken your body up fully. So if you're ever feeling sluggish in that way, it's just a really simple thing, is just to take that hand movement, get that stretch, and then you can be adding in, if you want, twists or whatever, if you can't remember the specific moves.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever feels good. I find I pretty naturally just want to start doing, like for me, early morning warm-ups would be a bit of a jog and a jump, and then I'll start doing this. So I just won't even have to think. I'll just start doing a stretch and then a twist or sideways, and then I'll come down and I want to do a little bit of a stretch through my thighs, and that, because that's liver in there, so you're opening and warming up the liver meridian, heart meridian and liver, and it's just feels good.
Yeah, I mean, I was always taught a very gentle qigong for it's taught to like people in their 70s and 80s, so it's really gentle and kind of like, you know, just helps you kind of get into opening up everything in a very loving way, which sometimes I think when we can be feeling a bit sluggish and a bit in that overwhelm, you know, we need to find also that gentleness, but still really finding to be active and opening it up to make it all work. So, you know, I think go with it, what feels right, but definitely that sense of that pushing of the palms and opening, because it's interesting when you see them coming up in so many different styles of tradition, you know, they're all touching on the same thing, right? And it should feel kind of quite natural in theory when we wake up and we go, ooh, and stretch in the morning, you know, that should be that natural waking up of the body.
Yeah.
Thank
Definitely.
you, Del.
Thank you so much.
you.
It's lovely. Thank you, Nid.
That's good. Lovely. Thank you.
Right, thank you.
Lovely to have you join. Thanks a lot, Jenny. And I'll see you on
Okay.
Thursday, maybe?
Yes, I've got that in the diary. All going well? Yeah.
Good. Okay, fabulous. All right, we'll hopefully see you then.
Okay.
Take care.